A battery explosion victim is suing Sony. So Thomas Masters, a man from South Carolina, suffered severe burns to his right leg in December 2016 after the battery exploded in his pocket. He's had to endure several surgeries and skin grafts. The battery was a spare that he kept in his pocket without a case or cover on it, where it contacted loose change or his keys, according to the complaint. This caused the battery to short and go into thermal runaway. Masters has since hired Chris Moore, an attorney working with a local law firm. They filed a complaint on June 19th against Sony, the manufacturers of the Sony VTC5 battery that he was using. The lawsuit claims that the batteries had manufacturing defects and did not comply with safety standards because they didn't have protective circuitry or internal temperature control. They claim that Sony knowingly sold the batteries with these issues. Chris Moore is also claiming that Sony sells large battery packs to Chinese distributors who break up the packs and repackage the batteries for resale to American vape shops. He said that Sony is responsible for knowing who is buying these battery cells and how they are being misused. This really sucks for Thomas Masters, the guy who suffered the burns. And I can see why he would want to sue Sony for this, because I'm sure that he's pretty desperate after the cost of the surgeries and his inability to work, but I just don't see this lawsuit being successful. These batteries are not defective. That's how all 18650 lithium-ion batteries work. It's as far as the technology has come. There's nothing Sony can do about that. And then to expect Sony to know every place a battery has been and where it's going is just plain stupid. Not only that, the complaint confirms that the battery was given to Masters by a friend, so how could Sony stop that? And I'm not sure if you remember an announcement from Sony more than a year ago, but they specifically sent out legal notices to all vape shops selling the batteries that their batteries are not intended for personal use. They're not authorized to be sold to consumers, and that vape shops should immediately stop selling them. I feel for the guy, but I think he's SOL.